Okay guys, in this video we'll deal with the error. Your device ran into the problem, needs to restart. You can restart. So some kinds of error code like inaccessible boot device. So the boot device looks like inaccessible. So in this case, in most cases, it's a very simple solution. You just restart your PC and error should go away. Otherwise proceed to the other solution. So troubleshoot. I'm not being able to log in into my PC. When I click on troubleshoot, I have 6 different options over here. I'll click on a startup repair in the very beginning. So the PC will check for all the necessary repairs it can attempt. See, a startup repair could not repair your PC. Either I can shut down or advanced option. Either I can turn off the PC or go to troubleshoot. A startup repair did not help me. So how do I get help? Now I'll try the UEFI firmware setting. Going to the UEFI firmware setting, I'll restart the PC. I'll make some changes in the boot sequence. You can see boot sequence is all the way fine. Still, I'll restore the setting, all the settings to the BIOS default. So in case I have made any changes at any point of times, it will restore all the settings to the default. Still no help. Again, I'm stuck at this loop. So I have already tried couple of options. Now I'll try to uninstall the updates. Maybe some of the recent update caused the issue. So let me uninstall any kinds of latest feature updates. Okay. Let me enter it to uninstall. See, Windows ran into the problems. Won't be able to uninstall the latest features. So what can I do? I'll close. Go to troubleshoot. I have already tried 3 different options. Now I have 3 different options to try. I'm stuck at this loop. Let me restore. See, to use the system restore, you must specify which Windows installation to restore. Restart this computer and select an operating system and then select system restore. Click on close. I do not get any option to choose. Again, I'll go to the troubleshoot. I have already tried 4 different options. Now I have one option over here, system image recovery. See, nothing. Click on cancel. Click on cancel. Now I'll use this pen drive. It's a bootable Windows 11 USB flash drive. Go to troubleshoot, system image recovery. Still, Windows could not find any system image on this computer. Retry, no help. Click on next. Go to the advanced option. You can install driver or search for the system image on a network. Click on yes. It is asking me for the network folder, but I do not have any network folder. So when you have in a network, you have saved your folder anywhere, you can get it from the network. So I do not have any options over here other than cancelling it. No help. Already tried 5 different options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the final option is the command prompt. So in the very beginning, we'll type the small commands and press enter key in order to locate where exactly I have my operating system right now. So type BCD and press enter key. You're gonna see over here, when I move the cursor on the top, it's a Windows boot manage. I do not see any device. It do not show my drive where exactly I have my operating system, and it do not even show the operating systems. Come down again, you have a Windows bootloader. Here you're gonna see device partition Windows C, Windows 11, and here also OS device partition is C. So my operating system is Windows 11 and it is in the C drive. So your might be different from the C. Make a note of it. We need it later. This kind of error occurs because we are missing the boot files. So we are going to create the boot files into the drive where exactly we have our operating systems. So whether it is C drive, E drive, G drive, H drive, so whatever is your drive, you're gonna replace that particular boot files over there. You're gonna create that particular boot files over there into your drive where exactly you have the operating system. So what we're gonna do over here, X drive. Let me see if X drive has got the boot files. So how do I check that? I'll press the dir and enter key. So huge list of command in a system32. So why not to go to back to the Windows? So we'll do cd ... We are going back to Windows. Now we'll type dir. Now inside Windows, we have all this directory. System32, resource, temp, tracings. So we did not find anywhere boot. Okay, here I have a boot. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to enter inside boot folder. So we'll say cd boot boot. Now we are inside the boot folder. Let me see what do I have over here in the boot files directory. So here I got all this stuff, EFI, font, resource. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to create a boot files. bcd boot C drive. So here I'll be typing C : /. So I've told you your drive might be different from the C. In the very beginning, I hope you have made a note where exactly you have your operating system located. So mine is the C drive. I just shown you in the very beginning. Your might be different from the C drive. So whatever you have made a note in the beginning, where exactly you have the operating system, you're going to use your drive instead of C. Windows. So inside Windows directory, I'm just going to create /L space en, use the -us space /yes, and then v : f space all. Since I typed a wrong command, it is showing me this message. So as soon as you hit the enter key, so I'm just going to copy this command. So in the beginning, I have shown you the commands. So this little mistake over there in that command. So you're gonna type this. It's a bcd boot c colon slash backslash windows / len space en minus us and press enter key. So I'm telling you again, in place of C, you have to replace. So your drive later where exactly you have your operating system. And I've shown you in the beginning how do you find where exactly is the location of your operating systems. I told you in the very beginning to make a note of it. So you're going to replace the C with your drive. Currently mine is in C, so it is C over here. Your might be different from C. So whatever you made a note in the very beginning, you're going to replace this C with that particular drive later and press enter key. You can see boot file successfully created. Now one by one, I'm going to execute all this command. Press enter key. So I'm telling you, you're going to have to replace. So let me execute this one. So it is not executing all these commands. So let me try this executing. So in fact, we just need the first command to execute. We don't have to execute all these commands. See, boot file successfully created. So from anywhere, if any boot file is missing, it needs to be working. Sorry. We got to execute now this command. So just couple of command now to execute. Since my mouse cursor is not working properly, I am getting this trouble. Boot file successfully created. Boot file successfully created. So you do not have to execute this couple of command. So first, second, third, and last, just execute this command. Finally, we have successfully created the boot file. So this is one thing, just execute it, exit it, and you can continue, exit and continue with the Windows 11, and it needs to be working. Still it do not work, come back to the same place, so open the command prompt. Because it is a loop, if it do not work, again you will come back to the same place because it's a startup loop or it's a keyboard layout loop. So you'll be coming back to the same problem. Now, if that also do not work, disk part, we'll go to the disk part. Type this command, disk part, and press enter key. So it's gonna take few minutes. So the first step was we copied the boot files from X drive. Now we'll type the command here, list volume. So this will show the list of volume that you have in your system. So you have volume 0, 1, 2, and 3. This is CD. So here volume 2 and 3, you do not have a label over here. So FAT32 somethings, it's a hidden drive and it's a hidden drive. So a couple of drive you have over here. So we'll select So let me select volume 2. So this couple of volumes, this is C drives where I have my operating systems. This is you can notice a 19 GB. So I know this is the drive where I was having my different files. And these two couple of drives, 100 MB and 499 MB. This is well exactly some kinds of system files or recovery. So let me check it. I'll go just, since we do not have a assigned letter over here, what we're going to do is, at first I'm just going to check these ones, volume 2. So I'll select volume 2. Volume 2 is a selected volume now. Next is, I'm going to assign letter, assign letter equals, so different from existing one. C and D is existing one, so I'll give a letter H. Okay, I'll give the letter P. Enter. Disk part successfully assigned a drive letter or mount point. Now I'll exit from the disk part. So volume 2 is now P. So for the volume 2, I've given the letter P. Like C and D, it is in a P drive now. Exit it. Now let me enter the P drive and let me type dir. So here we got EFI, but we do not have a boot files. So what we'll do, let me see if we have a boot files over there in the EFI. So we will get inside EFI and then we'll press type dir. So here we have a boot files. Even you got the Microsoft. So let me change the directory to Microsoft. And let me type dir. So here we got for boot files even inside the Microsoft. Now let me get inside the boot. Okay. Now I'll type the very simple commands. bcd boot C drive. Why C drive? Because I told you in the very beginning, in the very first step, before I begin with the first step, this is the second solution. The first solution was we copied the boot files from the X drive. Now we are copying the boot files from the P drive. So in the very beginning, I told you to make a note where exactly you have the broken operating system, the existing operating system drive. So you're going to use that later in place of C. If yours is also C, you can use C. If yours is different from C, you're going to use that later. So do not do exactly what I'm using the later drive later over here. That is why I told you in the very beginning itself, make a note of it. Where exactly you have your operating systems, /L and ENUS. EN minus US and hit enter key. Sorry, I made a small mistake. BCD boot needs to be together. Press enter key. Boot file successfully created. So execute this couple of more commands. So boot file successfully created. So we'll execute this couple of more command. So there should not be this space. boot file successfully created. Now we'll execute one more last commands. So I'm telling you again and again, replace this C with your drive where exactly you have your broken operating systems. I told you how do you figure out the drive in the very beginning of the video only, where exactly you have your operating system, broken operating systems, and even I told you to make a note of it. So use that particular drive later over here. So boot file successfully created. So this was the second method. So the first method was we copied the boot file from the X drive to fix, and now again exit it and click on exit and continue, and your Windows 11 or even Windows 10 operating systems must be working fine now. You must get out of the loop, whether it is a keyboard layout loop or a startup loop. They still do not work. The first solution and second solutions did not work. So the third method is again the same procedure, but this time again this part so you have one more place from where we can copy the boot file. List volume. So we have already assigned the letter P. Now we have one more volume over here. This time we'll select volume 3. We will assign letter equals M to this drive. Successfully assigned a letter, we'll exit it. Now we'll get inside drive M and we'll check it what exactly we have over here. The volume in the drive M has no labels. The volume serial number is this. Directory M's file not found. dir. Let me check once again. File not found. So we do not have any files over there in the M drive. So we do not have any options over here. So the third method was like if you have some of the system do have a few more drives where you have your boot files. So even if M drive, currently I do not have the boot files in the M drive, but if you find anywhere the boot files in your other drive, even try the other drives and try to copy the same procedure, same method, execute the same commands and try to create the boot files from that particular drive to your broken drives. Is a broken drives where exactly you have operating system, and see if it is working. So all three methods we copied first two method. So for the third method we did not find the boot files in that particular drive, but first two method we tried to copy the files from the two different places, boot files from two different places to the broken drive where exactly we have the operating systems, and we try to fix the issue. And now you click on execute and continue, and it needs to be working fine. You must be able to load your operating systems. So this was the few easy ways that you can fix these problems and you can load your operating systems. See, it needs to be working now. So finally now you can log in into your Windows 10 or Windows 11 PC, and you can